Hello, my lovely little morning doves. So in keeping with our Halloween theme this month, today's video is going to be a kind of chronological storyline thing of my Halloween costumes from, it looks like the earliest is probably going to be in my teens. I don't have any photos from when I was younger than that. They're all, I'm sure my parents have some and everything. But I didn't feel like doing that much work. Okay, so these are just the ones that I had online, going from, it looks like, kind of early high school through college up until the present. And I gotta say, we're starting with some pretty bad material, but it does get better from there. So this is the first Halloween costume picture that I found. Execution, not great. The costume itself is pretty damn awesome, I've got to say. I absolutely love this costume. My dad made that dress from scratch for me. He's pretty handy and talented in terms of making things, and so he helped me make that dress. I really liked it. I still have it. However, couldn't find actual striped socks, apparently, so I drew stripes on a pair of long socks. Didn't have the right kind of shoes, so instead of getting some, I just wore some different ones. It was a little too low cut for my personal taste at the time, so I wore a tank top underneath of it. And when I drew the stitches on my chest, I put tape. Hi, Gracie. Yes, hello. I put tape on the tank top so that I could draw with marker the rest of the stitches down into, I would say, my cleavage, but let's be real. I still barely have cleavage now. So yeah, in terms of the makeup execution, just the general putting together of the costume for me, not great. I am not super proud of that, but the dress is awesome and I still really love it. Yeah, that's pretty great. Alright, so this next costume is pretty dope. This wasn't for Halloween, this was mostly just for fun, and actually, there is a tutorial up. It's one of my earlier YouTube videos for this look. It's pretty awesome. I was inspired by Fright Night to do like a vampire makeup thing, but with like the shark jaws, and I was really proud of myself for doing this. Every photo I have, my eyes are crazy like that. I guess I decided that that was particularly, it was necessary for the character, I guess. But otherwise, I actually do really like this one. I was pretty happy with myself and with that. So, cool vampire look. I don't mind that one. This next one was actually for a friend for art school. She needed, it was a Chelsea smile, but the photos kind of just, I look like a cannibal. Let's be real. I just look like I ate somebody. But yeah, again, it's pretty cool makeup work. It was fun to do, so there's another one. Here's another vampire look that I did. I was told that it was very 30 Days of Night. I still haven't seen that movie, but I guess it was a compliment. But I just took liquid tooth out and painted my eye teeth into points. And the rest of it is pretty much just makeup. Like, you know, pretty average goth makeup with some blood. So, another very simple vampire look. This is me as Tulio from The Road to El Dorado. So, me and my roommate really like The Road to El Dorado, and she is blonde, and I used to have black hair, and she's kind of exciting and adventurous, and I'm kind of serious and more of a realist and not as fun. So, I'm kidding, I'm very fun. But anyway, so we thought that we really fit the personalities of Miguel and Tulio, and I was like, well, cool, I'm gonna cosplay Tulio. Have I ever actually worn this costume out? No. Was it really fun to do though? Yes, and I think I look really awesome with a goatee, so. Now this one you guys probably know very well. This is my painted doll look. Obviously there's a tutorial up for that. This one was for a comic convention that I went to, and I got a lot of attention for that one. Probably because most of my boobs were out. but it was a really fun costume to do, and it was really, really fun. So this is from the time that I decided I wanted to be a mermaid. Was there any actual point to this? No. I got Haven, and I was like, hey, let's do a photo shoot today. And I don't know what time I don't recall what age we were when I did this, because we used to do photo shoots all the time anyways. I think this was early college, but we were both home, and it was pretty cold out, and I had just decided out of the blue, I want to do a mermaid photo shoot. So like, I painted some scales on my face, and I painted some scales on his face, and I went to Goodwill and I got this skirt, and I just cut off most of the material and turned it into fins, and I took a strapless bra and I just pinned some more of the material on it, and I was like, bam, 15-minute mermaid costume, easy. And then we went down to Lake Michigan, and it was fucking cold, and yeah, and we took some pictures in the lake, and it was pretty fun. But I gotta say, the pictures came out pretty cool, and I actually do really like this. So, easy mermaid costume, yeah, just go get a skirt that's a little bit too big, that's maybe kind of shiny and blue, like I got, and yeah, just sew that shit up into a tail. Although, this will not work if you need to walk anywhere, or like you're gonna have to give yourself some more room, because this was something that I put on like on the beach right next to the water before I got in, because there was no moving once I got it on. I could not walk in that. Alright. This is also from my early college years. This actually is a Halloween costume. I decided to be a zombie for Halloween, and I was very proud of my costume. Now, I actually did this for my friend Courtney, my roommate again, as well. We were both zombies together for Halloween, and it was a pretty dope time, and we got all of our college friends together, and we went out, and we did a photo shoot on Halloween night, and it was snowing a little bit, and it was really cold, but it was super fun, and that was a really awesome Halloween. So this is the time that I was a deer. You will probably remember this if you've been around for a while, because there's a tutorial for that look as well. But yeah, that was not a Halloween costume, just for fun, but it was still pretty cool. Also from college, I believe this was the same year that I went as a zombie. There was a Halloween party in the basement of my dorm, and so I was like, I don't really have anything to wear at this point because it was before Halloween, and I don't think I had my zombie costume finished, but I was like, I can do makeup, and I have these weird white eyes, so let's put those on. And I had like some leggings that had skeleton like patterns on them, and I was like, cool, Day of the Dead makeup stuff. Sure, whatever. Just kind of threw it together last minute. And that skull in the photo, that skull that you see right there, that is my prize for winning scariest costume. Didn't even know there was a contest, but I was super proud of that. And as you can see, he's still with me. He's right there. I named him Edgar. Naturally, that's ridiculously stereotypical, but whatever. But yeah, I literally sat in a corner and played cards with my friend Caitlin all night, because I'm not a social person, and most people were too afraid to look at me because of the white eye thing. Yeah. So I won a costume contest by sitting in a corner and playing cards all night instead of, you know, water pong and pool like the rest of the cool college kids. Another one that you might be familiar with here is the Marilyn Manson. Again, this is mostly just a makeup look. Pretty easy to do, just get a photo and copy it. But I was pretty proud of it. I thought I rocked the Manson look, so another pretty cool makeup look. Another one that you might recognize because there is a tutorial for it is this green fairy look. This would be a really awesome Halloween costume. Definitely something very doable. Paint yourself up a color. Get yourself some fairy wings. I actually made those fairy wings. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on that someday, because it was pretty easy, but yeah, so another kind of interesting idea. This is from Youmacon 2015, I believe. It's a comic convention in Detroit. I went as Blind Mag from Repo the Genetic Opera one of the days, and I was really proud of my costume. A lot of people really liked it, and a lot of people didn't know what it was. And yes, my brother is Derek Zoolander. He does it really well. That was really awesome and really fun to watch because he stayed in character the entire time and would not turn left. It was awesome. Now I was going to go to a costume party and then I ended up missing it, but I was going to go as Morticia Addams and I was really proud of my makeup, and I gotta say, if you have black hair or a black wig, this is a really easy costume to do. I didn't even have a full-length black dress, I just wore a low-cut black long-sleeve shirt with a long black skirt and it was good enough. Really, Morticia is an awesome classic Halloween costume which really just requires some nice makeup. So that's a really fun one. Alright, now to the Thor and Loki photos. Again, me and my roommate, we were always known as the roommates Thor and Loki. Why? Well, she had blonde hair and was just more athletic than me and a very happy person and just, you know, outgoing, and then I was like the shy, quiet one who just did more reading and was kind of sassy and witty and quiet and a little bit mischievous. So it was like, well, obviously they are Thor and Loki, and I think we took it a little too far, to be honest. It has really snowballed over the years to the point where we are really just known as the roommates Thor and Loki. And yeah, so for our senior Halloween, we decided let's be Thor and Loki. So those are our photos from our last Halloween in college. Again, we got all of our art friends, we all dressed up, and we went out on the town at night and took photos because that's what we did. We partied hard in college. We wandered the streets taking photos like good art students. So that is it, you guys. I hope that this inspired you a little bit for Halloween, maybe gave you some ideas of what kind of costume you might want to make, and maybe gave you a little bit of a laugh with some of the worst costumes, or just seeing me in so many different ways. So I'm going to make another one of these videos for you today, actually, so I'm going to look exactly the same. But it's going to be of photos that I found on Facebook, ranging from me as a baby to me graduating high school, and it's pretty embarrassing and I'm gonna pick fun at myself a little bit. So if you want to see that, it'll probably be up right after this video and I'm pretty excited. And I will see you guys in that one, and then in whatever other Halloween themed thing I come up with later this week or next week. Whatever. Bye.